Yes, okay. So, hi, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm clearly audible to Shivansh and Ishan.
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Okay. So, Shivansh, I cannot see your face clearly. It's dark. Yes, okay. Yeah. So, let me introduce myself to you. So, from now on, I will be taking your biology classes. And as my name is already mentioned on my profile, my name is Shruti Munga. So now I want you to introduce yourself to me. So yes, tell me something about yourself. Your name is already there, fine. Then the name of the school and what are your likes and dislikes. You may also tell me that. Okay. So shall we start with Ishan?
And I study in DPSEs. Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
Usually my likes are usually something more over to the sports side. So
Sports.
I
Okay.
play sports. Yeah, I
Okay,
play football.
nice. What kind of sports do you play?
Mainly football.
Football. Okay. So, have you ever participated in national level?
National level, no. State level, yes. Multiple state level tournaments, yes.
Oh, very nice. So, what about in grade 10th? Is still are you able to practice or is there any?
No, I'm playing in school itself. So school will be playing CBSE clusters and all that stuff. So from
Yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah.
so in school only I'm playing for 10th grade.
Okay, okay, fine, good, good. And what are your dislikes? Anything you don't like?
Chemistry.
Chemistry.
Because
Oh,
uh, in ninth grade I didn't really get time to study chemistry because I wasn't focusing on studies.
because you were not?
Focusing on studies at ninth grade because I was playing football.
Okay, 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 fine. Okay, nice. Okay, Shan, thank you so much. Now, Shivansh,
I'm from NPS IDPL.
NPS, National Public School, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Oh,
likes as such, I play basketball. Uh, I'm
oh,
I dig bio, like I'm into bio, and I'm into chem. Dislikes. I mean, when math becomes difficult, then I start hating math.
sorry?
When math starts becoming difficult, then I start hating math. Otherwise, I'm fine with everything.
Oh, okay, nice, good, good. Okay, fine. So, your exams are over, right? Both Ishan and Shivansh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, how was your exam, biology exam?
Mom was fine. Actually, it was great.
Fine. Okay. So I think life processes came in the exam, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, mom.
Okay. Okay. So how was it? How was the paper? What was the difficulty level?
Mom was easy. I got 12 out of 12.
It was easy. So uh, what were the assessments? Like, what was the name of the assessment? Were they periodic test or
Yeah, they
what?
were periodic tests. Yeah.
Periodic test. Okay. Okay. Fine. So when will you be getting the marks of that? Any
Mom,
idea?
we already got them. We already got them.
You got them. Okay. So how much you scored? In science or in
In,
bio,
in
if you can.
science, in science out of 30, I got 27 and a half. And in bio, I got 12 out of 12.
Oh, very nice. Good. And what about Ishan? Ishan, did you get the marks?
Marks? No, I have not. Hopefully I am predicting. I think above 33 in science.
Okay, so
Only in physics. I'm in physics. I'm losing. I think 0.5 to 1 maximum because I missed something in diagram. Chemistry is where usually I get my marks cut. Bio was pretty much fine.
Okay. What was the difficulty level as per you?
Difficulty level, it was actually not that hard. If you studied the chapters really well, it wasn't that hard.
Okay. So life processes was in the syllabus, if I'm not wrong.
For us, no, the whole of life processes were only up until respiration.
Oh, okay. Okay. Till respiration or only respiration?
No, only till respiration. There was nutrition and respiration.
Oh, okay, okay, fine, fine. So, okay, in today's, like, I think someone else also has joined. So let them join, then I will start with the new chapter. Till then, we can discuss something about the previous chapter, right? That was life processes. So I would want you to tell me something about that. But before that, yes, Suhani, can you hear me?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, dear. How are you? Could
Fine,
you
ma'am.
please could you please switch on your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Suhani. So from now on, I would be taking your biology. My name is Shruti. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah. So Suhani, you are in which school?
Ma'am, KVDRDO.
Okay, KVDRDO. Nice. So your exams are over, right?
No, ma'am, they are going to start from this Monday.
Oh, so when is the science exam?
Ma'am, 1 second.
So you people have covered the first chapter life processes, right? If I'm not wrong. Yes, children.
Yes, ma'am. No, we
Okay.
haven't done the entire chapter in class. We're still stuck on respiration. We're doing breathing.
We did inhalation and exhalation after that we didn't do it.
No, no, I am talking about this online classes.
Yeah, that's what.
Online
In
classes, yeah.
in the exam, for me, the entire portion came, but in class, we had only done till respiration.
Till where?
Till
Respiration.
respiration, and we're not even finished with that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did
so you're
inhalation and exhalation in our the last class that we had.
We
yes.
covered a bit about hemoglobin.
Yeah, hemoglobin also.
Okay, that means you have started with circulation, if I'm not wrong.
No, mom, we haven't. We have to finish respiration, then we can do circulation.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. So, in respiration, were you all clear about the process of respiration? Has it been done in the class?
Mom, all we've covered so far is the mechanical process, not the chemical process.
Okay. So let's do one thing. We can start with respiration. Okay.
Right.
We can start with respiration. So there would be no confusion then. Okay. So before I start with respiration, I want you to tell me about uh, life processes. Can anybody tell me what do you mean by life processes? Who will tell me?
Life processes are processes that take place in the body that are used for maintenance and repair of the body.
Exactly. Fine. Shivansh, would you like to add something?
Can we say life processes are basically the processes that an organism needs to conduct in its internal system so that it maintains a state of balance, in fancy terms, homeostasis.
Oh, yeah. So now you have added a new term, homeostasis. What do you mean by this, homeostasis?
Balance,
Yeah,
basically.
balance, balance, exactly. Fine. And so you people have covered the first life process, that is the nutrition. So what can you tell me about nutrition? What is nutrition? Yes, Ishan, can you tell me something about nutrition?
Nutrition is the you could say incomplete carbon based.
Yes.
Um, One second. Let me just.
Yeah, no worries. See, in my class, like whenever I ask you some question. I want you people to don't think that whether the answer would be right or wrong. Okay? Just say what you are thinking. Okay? Don't worry about the answer, whether what ma'am will say, no, it's a wrong answer or it's a right answer. No. We all are learning here. Right? Even I am also learning. Yeah? I am also learning. You are also learning. So it's a mutual thing, isn't it? So don't worry about it. And whatever you feel, whatever you think could be the answer, just say it.
Yeah, so nutrition, it is a process of intake of mainly carbon-based molecules which
Yes.
an organism uses to
Hmm.
perform various
Hmm.
life processes.
Good. Okay, good. Yes. Shivansh, would you like to add something?
Um,
I'm
basically,
sorry. Actually, I have cough, so
yes, ma'am.
I might be, you might get disturbed very often in today's class. So it will get better with time. It's okay. Yes.
Mom,
Yes, beta.
so basically food sources like are basically complex forms of carbon. Now, like we know that plants make their own forms of carbon, simpler forms which they can actually convert, simpler forms that they can actually directly use through simpler basic materials. But organisms like us, we need carbon, more complex carbon sources, and then our systems convert that the simpler carbon, the output, or should I say the input into the respiratory process we call glucose, and that process is called nutrition, getting processing carbon sources.
Yes, exactly. Or in shorter words, you can say in simply intake of food, right? Intake of food is nutrition. Now, can you tell me about the types of nutrition? Yes, Dhruvi is here. Yes, good evening, Dhruvi.
Hi,
Hi, dear. How are you?
I am okay.
You are okay? Not good?
Yeah,
Why?
not good, but I'm okay.
And can you please?
Ma'am, I just like got a food injury kind of thing, so I'm not that good.
No, I'm not getting you. And could you please switch on your video?
Ma'am, my internet is quite slow, so like if I switch on my video,
Oh, okay, okay. Yes. What are you saying now? Tell me.
yeah, yes, ma'am. Should I tell you the types of nutrition?
Yeah, first of all, you tell me like in which school you are, Dhruvi.
Ma'am, my school's name is Kunz Caps Colon. It is like it's in Sarjapur Road. It's
Okay,
not very well known, but yeah.
okay, okay. So your exams are over?
Yes, ma'am, they're over.
Okay. So Hani has also joined. I think you people are facing some internet issue because of which you are entering and then leaving the class. Anyway, yes, Dhruvi, you want to tell me about the types of nutrition?
Okay, so types of nutrition, there's holozoic, there's saprophytic, and there's parasitic. So
Hmm.
so that is in um that's in heterotrophic nutrition, and then there's autotrophic nutrition. So autotrophic nutrition, they can synthesize their own food from raw materials,
Hmm.
and heterotrophic nutrition, they cannot synthesize their own food. So they depend on other organisms for their nutrition.
Exactly. Okay, fine. And can somebody give me the example of parasitic nutrition? Who will give me? So, Hani, yeah, Dhruvi.
Ma'am, Cuscuta.
Okay, Dhruvi, you want to say something?
Ma'am, uh,
Yeah.
roundworm, roundworm in our
Okay,
in human.
okay, okay. Anybody else? Yes, Suhani has answered. Dhruvi has answered. What about Ishan, Shivansh? Can you give me the example of saprophytic nutrition?
Mom,
Yeah,
fungi.
fungus. Yeah, fungus.
Yes. Yes, very famous example. Okay, good. And now let me ask some questions about the digestive system from you people. Okay, so who will tell me that what is the name or what is the site or what is the place where the digestion first begins?
The mouth,
Good. And why mouth?
because the salivary amylase it breaks down the food, starts
Okay,
breaking down
so
the food.
so we say that digestion begins in mouth. Good. Now, if I ask you that name the site of complete digestion, what you will say?
Small intestine,
Yes. So, Suhani, why small intestine is the site of complete digestion?
Mom, because it has finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area for the absorption of food.
Yes. And what are the? Can you name the macromolecules which get digested completely in the small intestine? What all things get digested in small intestine?
Proteins
Good. Yes.
and carbohydrate
Yes.
and mom, emulsified fats.
Yes. Okay. So these are the things we consume in our, daily life. And all these things get completely digested in the small intestine. Right. Who will tell me about the gastric juices? Basically, I want to know about the components of gastric juices. Ishan?
so in gastric juices you have HCl,
And
uh, HCl, pepsin and pepsinogen, which gets turned into pepsin, and then you
yeah,
have renin, I think.
sorry.
I'm not sure.
Basically, there are three components in the like gastric juices. They have three components. First is the pepsin, okay, HCl, and mucus. Okay, so now I want to know about the role of pepsin. What is the role of pepsin in that gastric juice?
So pepsin, it breaks down it acts on the proteins.
Exactly. How you can remember it? Very simple. A memory tip for you all. P for pepsin and P for protein. Simple. That means the pepsin enzyme is going to digest the protein. Okay. Then Dhruvi, the role of HCl, could you please tell me?
Ma'am, the role of HCl, right?
Yeah.
So HCl, it activates the pepsin, uh, like it activates I think it activates the pepsin and pepsinogen, I think, to pepsin, and it also like kills the bacteria from in the food, and then it also like helps breaking down the food.
Okay. So, yes, is Dhruvi right? What do you think, everyone? Is Dhruvi right about the role of pepsin? Sorry, HCl. Yes, tell me yes or no. Shivan, Shishan, Suhani, you all are classmates of Dhruvi. So
Mom,
tell,
can she repeat her statement?
okay, Dhruvi, could you please repeat?
So the function is to activate like the pepsinogen, I think, and then it also helps like killing the bacteria from
Hmm.
like the outside bacteria, and then also probably to help break down the food a little.
Yes. Is that right?
Yes, mom.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are right. So basically, HCl, because as the name says, HCl is what? Hydrochloric acid, isn't it? So as the name says, it's an acid. So it is doing what? It is creating an acidic medium. And that acidic medium is the requirement of whom? Pepsin. Pepsin wants acidic medium so that it can work, so that it can digest protein. Okay, as you all, like we all require food, okay, water to survive, isn't it? We also have certain conditions. So pepsin also has a condition. Pepsin wants an acidic medium. Okay, so who is giving that as acidic medium to pepsin? HCl. Got my point? Okay, everyone, yes, 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 please say yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, mom.
Okay, good. The third component is still left. Who will tell me that third component, mucus? Yes, yes, Ishan, tell me.
So the mucus is like a outer lining in the stomach where it protects the stomach from the HCl and it prevents the HCl from burning through the stomach and spreading everywhere in the body. As that,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
very good. Very good. So mucus is doing what? Basically, it is preventing the inner lining of the stomach from the harmful effect of the acid. Because the acid can, damage the inner lining of the stomach. So mucus is there to prevent that. Okay. Now, who will tell me about okay, do you know what a gland means? What is a gland? Anybody knows? Raise your hand if you know. Gland. If I ask you to define gland, how you will define? Yes, Shivansh.
Mom, so basically epithelial cells, they form this kind of fold, and those release, instead of releasing glands, basically have got like these, they can have ducts and they cannot have ducts. So there are two types. And basically what they do is these epithelial cells, mostly columnar, they excrete, I mean not excrete, they release a sort of hormone or a chemical which is designed to provoke a certain response in the body. So, for example, you have the endocrine glands, you have the sweat glands, the salivary glands, etc.
Very good. Okay. And what are they secreting? They are secreting hormones. Okay, basically. So which will act on certain areas of your body so that the message could be conveyed and the function could be performed. Can you, anybody, yes, Sohani, can you tell me about any gland in your body? Can you name a gland in your body?
Mom's stomach is a gland, and liver is a gland.
Okay, is stomach a gland?
Sorry, mom, it's not. I think.
Liver is a
Mom,
gland, you're right. Liver is a gland, good. But now we said that glands will secrete something. So what liver secretes? Who will tell me? Liver secretes
Bile
what?
juice.
Yes. And what is the function of that bile juice?
it,
Because of its alkaline nature,
Sorry?
because of its alkaline nature, it helps activate the enzymes that then intestinal juice,
Okay,
uh,
fine. Ishan,
emulsified fats.
okay. Ishan was saying something. Yes, Ishan.
no, I was saying the same thing. It goes into the intestine and it makes the
Sorry, you are not clearly audible. Could you repeat?
I was saying the same thing as Shivansh that it's secreted by the liver. It's the intestine which makes the medium which makes it
Bile juice basically helps in the emulsification of
for
fats,
fats.
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
making the medium alkaline for other
Yes,
species to act on it.
exactly. Exactly. Okay. Uh, Okay, so I think you people are clear with nutrition. So I can now move with the next life process, that is respiration. Okay, so before I start with respiration, I'm going to share a PPT. So you'll have to tell me whether, yeah, one more thing. I want all of you to keep a separate notebook for biology with you. Okay, and wherein you can, write down the pointers while I'm teaching. Okay, is that fine with everyone? Yes, say yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah,
Yes,
thumbs up
ma'am.
would be a great idea. Instead of, you know, uh, like, like regularly muting and unmuting yourself, instead of this, you can give me a thumbs up. Okay, that would be fine. So just give me a minute, kids. Let me open the PPT. 1 second. Yes. Yes, children. Just tell me if you can see the PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, let me move ahead. This is basically the nutrition part of the life process. Oh, quiz time. Are you ready for a quiz? All of you? A short quiz. Yes? Good. So, a boy is ready. So, here's the question. The question says the autotrophic mode of nutrition requires option A, carbon dioxide and water. Option B, chlorophyll. Option C, sunlight. Option D, all of the above. Just raise your hand, whosoever wants to answer. Oh, so first of all, Ishan has raised the hand, so he is going to get the chance. Yes, Ishan, what's the answer?
It's D, all of the above.
Yes, it's D, all of the above. And just tell me one thing, children. Can you see the pen moving on the screen?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Second question. Now Ishan will not answer. Somebody else will answer. Okay. So entry of which substance in the guard cells open the stomata? Okay. So options are here. Who is going to answer? Raise your hand. Yes, Dhruvi.
Ma'am, I'm not sure about this, but is it like carbohydrates or I'm not really sure. No, water. Sorry, ma'am, it's water. It's water.
Okay, okay,
It's
yes, you
water.
are right now. You said water. Exactly. Okay, water enters the guard cell. Basically, the water is regulating the opening and closing of the stomata, because when it is entering in the guard cells, then only it will depend whether the stomata pore will open up or it will close. Okay, good. Now Dhruvi and Ishan will not answer. Let's see who is going to answer now. Question number 3 is hydrochloric acid is secreted by which organ? Oh, we discussed it just now. Very
Stomach.
simple. Who got lucky? Let's see. Yes. Who is the lucky one to answer? Nobody?
The stomach.
Where, who answered? I didn't get the name.
Shivansh.
Yes, Shivansh. Very good. Yes. Stomach. Good, good. Okay. Question number 4. Where does the process of digestion of food start in human being? Oh, again, the same question that we discussed just now. Dhruvi, yes. Suhani, now Suhani will answer. Dhruvi, wait, let Suhani answer.
Ma'am,
Yes, Suhani.
it's mouth.
Very good, very simple. We discussed it just now, mouth. Very good. I think it's the last question. So now all of you have answered once. So now let's see who is going to raise the hand first. He or she will get the chance. Oh, Dhruvi, in human digestive system, which organs secrete enzyme pepsin and trypsin respectively?
Ma'am,
Options are, oh, let me give the options, Dhruvi. Wait. Yes, now tell me.
ma'am, I'm pretty sure it's D, stomach and pancreas.
Okay, so now classmates of Dhruvi, tell me, is Dhruvi right?
Yeah.
Yes, she is right. Okay, fine. Okay, children, now let us start with the topic. Now you might be wondering that what is this picture? Yes, or anyone can make a guess. Can anybody tell me what is there, what I'm trying to show in the picture?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I think this is like covering leaves with the plastic bag to prevent air from entering or something.
Okay. What else? Anybody else can tell me what I'm trying to show with this experiment?
Mom, wait, like for some reason, like in the first one, the volume is more, so the air is more.
Okay, let me clear it. Like there is no comparison. I have pasted the two pictures on this slide, but this is not showing any comparison. Like I have just added the two pictures. Okay, so let
Uh,
me clear it. There is no comparison. Okay,
This is basically the working of the lungs.
working of the lungs. Okay, what else? Anybody else? Any more guesses? Any more guesses, kids? No? So shall I tell? Okay. So basically, this is the experiment or a small activity to show transpiration. What is it? What is the meaning of transpiration? Have you ever came across this word?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Ma'am,
it?
it's the release of water vapor from the stomata from a leaf, like from a plant.
Exactly. So this is a very small activity. You people can also do it at your home. Okay. What I did, I just like took a plastic bag, okay, a small plastic bag. And what I did, I covered the leaves of the plant. Okay. Some of the leaves I covered and like I tied the poly bag around it. Okay. So after 3 to 4 hours, what I observed, I saw that the water droplets, I saw the water droplets on this poly bag. Can you people see the water droplets on the this carry bag, plastic bag? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So this is the basically and a small activity to do to show transpiration in plants. Okay, so you can also do it. Do it. Click the picture like this, and then you can send it to me. Share it to me. Will you do, kids? Are you going to do this activity at your home?
Ma'am, the thing is that all the plants that I have are dead. So
Oh,
I
why they are
don't
dead? That
think
means
so.
you're not taking good care of your plants.
Yes, ma'am, that's the thing.
Why?
I'll
Why so?
I'll try, ma'am. Ma'am, because ma'am, sometimes I just forget to water them.
Oh,
So
it's okay. But
yeah.
now
Ma'am,
you start
yes, ma'am, I'll
develop this
try.
habit, children. Once you start doing any of the activity, you will start developing interest in that. Okay, and because you people are studying biology, okay, so you should I know there must be plants at your home. All of you must be having plants at home. So if you are studying biology, so it becomes your duty to take care of your plants. Okay, it might not interest you people in the beginning, but once you start to do it with your own hands, okay, you start to develop a different kind of interest for your plants. Okay, you start to care for them, you start to water them on regular basis. So try this. Okay, try this activity. Raise your hand who all are going to do this activity at home. I'm not raising hand because I have done it. Okay, Dhruvi, Shivansh. Okay. Who else? Only two students. There are many other students also in my class. Let me see if you have raised the hand or not. Okay, three students are there. Suhani, Dhruvi, and Shivansh. Ishan has left the class. Why so? Okay, fine. So you people, what you are going to do, you are going to do this activity at your home. Then you are going to take the picture of that just like I took the picture, and then you have to send it to me. Okay? Yes, let's move ahead. Yeah, respiration. So now let us talk about the another life process, the second life process that is known as respiration. Okay, in your lower classes, you must have, heard about respiration and how you defined respiration. In lower classes, you used to define respiration as inhalation and exhalation, right? Am I right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I used to think that.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah. So in your lower classes, you all have studied about respiration and how we all used to define respiration. We just used to say that inhalation and exhalation is respiration. But that's not a complete definition. That's just a part of respiration that we used to study. Now, when you are in grade 10th, so the definition becomes more clear to you. And what is it? Respiration is the process of oxidation of food to release energy in the body is known as respiration. So from now on, you will not say that respiration means inhalation and exhalation. From now on, you will say that respiration is the process of oxidation of food to release energy in the body. Who is going to explain me the meaning of this statement? Yes, children. Shivansh. And please, children, switch on your video. For Dhruvi, I understand she's saying that it's the network issue from her side. Yes, Shivansh.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me the meaning of this?
Because of respiration. Mom, you have glucose. You're adding oxygen to that glucose, right? And the process is called combustion. It occurs inside your mitochondria. Like it's saying, oh, you're getting energy. Energy is a main product, and you get some unintentional byproducts which can't be helped, including water and carbon dioxide.
Hmm.
Hence the use of the phrase release of energy, oxidation of food, and in the body. So
Okay.
that's respiration.
Yes, nice attempt. Good, Shivansh. So basically, like we know that I know that all like your parents they insist on eating food, isn't it? Especially your mama. What she says that do eat food, okay? Eat food, eat a healthy, take a healthy diet, okay? Eat food at regular intervals. Yes, yes, parents do emphasize on that, isn't it? So why do they keep us telling, like always they say that eat food, eat on time, you should eat food gives us energy, right? We have heard this statement a lot from our parents that you should eat food because food gives us energy. How that food is giving us energy? We are eating food, yes, but how that food is giving us energy? That is because of oxidation. What is happening? Whatever the food you are eating, it's being oxidized. As Shivansh said, that the food is basically you can say that oxygen is combining with the food you are eating. Yes, Shivansh, am I right? Is
Yes,
ma'am
ma'am.
right? Yeah. So the food is getting mixed with the oxygen, and that is why you say oxidation of food. So now I hope you people are clear with this term oxidation of food very well. Oxidation of food means the food, just go with the word. Okay, sometimes what happen that we don't know the meaning of certain things. So how we can jump to the meaning of those things? We can try to derive the meaning from the word itself, right? For example, I don't know the meaning of this oxidation of food. What I will do, I will try to predict the meaning from the word itself. So the word is oxidation of food. So meaning oxidation means oxygen, food means food means food. So that means the food and oxygen, they both are combining with each other. Okay, they're combining to release energy. And this is known as respiration. This is how you get energy from the food. Okay, so now you understood that when people say that eat food, food gives you energy. How actually that food is giving you energy? Through respiration. Is that clear? Now, children, one more thing I want to add here is that you all have to tell me, like, you'll have to tell me that what, like, if you are all comfortable with my pace of teaching. Do let me know if I'm going very fast. Do let me know if I'm going very slow. Okay? So do let me know about the things. Is that clear? Thumbs up. Good. So I hope the meaning of respiration is clear to you. The process of oxidation of food to release energy in the body is known as respiration. So now from now on, everybody will eat, take healthy diet. How many of you eat junk? Everybody does that. How
Ma'am, I eat
often?
some, not
Huh?
often. Ma'am, I stopped eating that much junk ever since school started.
Okay. So now, like you have stopped completely. You're not eating junk now.
No, ma'am, I occasionally eat like once every two
Occasionally.
weeks.
Okay, okay. What about other kids? Shivansh, Suhani. How often you eat junk? Be very honest to me.
Mom, Sundays and
Okay, that's
Sundays for
fine.
lunch. Sundays for lunch. That's it.
Sundays. So tomorrow is Sunday. What are you going to have tomorrow?
Mom, generally, like
Huh?
it's not something I do regularly.
Okay, very good. And what about Suhani?
Sometime like once in a month or sometime like
Oh,
that.
very good. So my kids, they are very good, very nice. Good. That's good. So okay. So respiration, you all are clear with the term respiration. Now, as you can see here, I have added one table which is showing a difference between breathing and respiration. There is a difference between breathing and respiration. So let's I'm sorry. Yeah. So let's understand the difference between breathing and respiration. Okay, everyone. First point of breathing says that intake of fresh air and removal of foul air. What do I mean by fresh air and foul air? The fresh air has what? Why we are saying it is fresh? Who will tell me? Yes,
Ma'am,
Dhruv. Yes,
ma'am, fresh air means air which has a lot, like which is mainly oxygen, and foul air is air which is mainly carbon, which has
very
more
good.
carbon dioxide.
Very good. Can you people see the pen moving on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, you are right. You are right, Dhruvi. So breathing is basically simply inhalation and exhalation. Okay, you are inhaling oxygen and you are giving out carbon dioxide. Next, come to respiration. What is respiration? I've already told you. It's the oxidation of food to give carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, so this is the first point of difference between breathing and respiration. Let's move to the second point. Breathing is obviously a physical process, isn't it? You can easily see your, the chest cavity going up, coming down. So it's a physical process. Whereas respiration is a biochemical process. Okay, it's a biochemical process. It's a long process, and that we are going to study how the oxidation of the food is happening. So that is why we say it's a biochemical process. Okay, who has joined? Yes, Ishan, what happened? You left the class?
Oh no, I have internet. My internet.
Oh, internet issues. Right. So, Ishan, we have started with the respiration. This is the first slide of respiration. Okay, and now we are discussing about the difference between breathing and respiration. Now we are on the third point of breathing, which says no energy is released, rather used. Obviously, when you are inhaling and when you are exhaling, okay, there is no energy being released. Okay, rather you are using the energy to do that inhalation and exhalation. Whereas if you talk about the respiration, so in respiration, yes, definitely the energy is released in the form of ATP. Who is going to tell me about ATP? Does anyone know? Yes. Yes, Dhruvi, you raised your hand.
Ma'am, I know a little bit about ATP.
Yeah, please tell me.
ATP is basically the energy, like energy currency of the cell.
Very good.
So in the ATP, like its full form is adenosine triphosphate. So so the way it produces energy is when the phosphorus atoms it gets removed from the molecule. So it creates like I think 1.5 kilojoules of energy or something like that.
Okay, okay. So yes, it's fine. You have told the basic of ATP, that's the energy currency of the cell. Ishan also raised his hand. Yes, Ishan, do you want to say something?
No, pretty much the same thing. So during respiration, ADP is produced, which is bonded with phosphate, I'm pretty sure, and that gives you
Exactly.
ATP, then which is broken down using water to give, I think, 3.50 kilojoules of energy.
Yes, basically, see, if I'm saying that ATP is energy currency of the cell, how you can understand it? Like, for example, I'm giving a very normal example, a daily life example to you people. Okay, so whenever you need to buy something for yourself, okay, you ask your parents, isn't it? Either you ask your mama or you ask your father, right? Whether you want to, whenever you want to buy something, buy some stuff, you ask, like, you want money, you go to your parents, definitely, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever
Sometimes.
you require something, you are approaching your parents. Like, for example, you're approaching your father or your mother. So why? Because they imagine them, because they are providing you with the money. Okay, so try to see it like this, that your parents are your ATP. Your parents are your ATP. Okay, got my point? Because they are providing you with the money for your requirements. So you're going to them and you are and asking for the money. So similar case is happening with the cells. Whenever the cell requires energy, it is asking whom? It is asking whom?
ATP.
Yes, ATP. It will always go to ATP. Please give me energy. Please supply me with energy. Okay. So
Doesn't
that
the
is
cell make ATP?
what?
Doesn't the cell make ATP? Isn't it approaching a source of food?
Yeah, it makes ATP. Mitochondria is making. I'm just giving you an example to relate.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I'm just giving you an example to so that you can understand it better. That's it. Okay. So whenever the cell needs energy, cell is getting energy from ATP. Just the same way you are getting the money from your parents. So your parents are the source. Here the ATP is the source. Yes? Clear? Everybody? Thumbs up? Good. Let's move to the next point. Fourth point says that breathing is extracellular process because it is happening outside the cell. The word is extracellular, extra outside cellular cell. It is happening outside the cell. That is why it's an extracellular process. Whereas respiration is intracellular. Intra means inside. Okay. I'm sorry. Intra means inside. Okay, so this respiration process is actually happening in each and every cell of your body. Okay, then we talk about the fifth point in breathing, which says no enzyme involved. There is no enzyme involved in the process of breathing. It's a physical process. Just inhale, exhale, that's it. Okay, but in respiration, there are some of the enzymes which are involved. We will be studying in the upcoming classes. Okay, then the sixth point says that it is confined to certain organs. Can you tell me which is that organ they are talking about?
The lungs.
Very good. Obviously, lungs. Okay, so whereas respiration, it occurs in all the cells of the body. Okay, so these are the 6 pointers of breathing and respiration. I hope it is clear to everybody. Yes, thumbs up.
Mom, mom question.
Yes, yes, dear.
Mom, I didn't get what breathing, like, I didn't get, like, it confined to certain organs in the sense, like, breathing occurs only in certain organs.
No, it does not. It does not mean that it occurs in certain organs. By
Okay.
this statement, we mean that breathing is related to organ. Okay, this is the meaning of that statement.
Mom, wouldn't you argue that every organ of the respiratory system has a role to play in breathing?
Yes, why not?
So then why
Definitely.
do we say only the lungs?
Because when you are inhaling, see, Shivansh, when you are inhaling, what is happening? You will be studying in the upcoming topics. When we inhale, what happens? There is a complete mechanism of breathing that we will be studying in the upcoming classes, right? So in that mechanism of breathing, you will see that is expanding and then it is coming back to its important topic. Okay, it's a very important topic. There are basically two types of respiration. Okay, one which is happening in presence of oxygen, and yes, there is also a type of respiration which is happening in absence of oxygen. Okay, or lack of oxygen, you could say. So there are certain organisms which are still respiring, like in spite of having no oxygen or lack of oxygen. Okay, so they are basically, this topic is important for your exams, children. Okay, the question definitely comes from this topic, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, so Have you ever came across this term aerobic or anaerobic respiration? Anyone? Anyone?
Yes,
Aerobic.
ma'am.
Yes, Dhruvi. What have you heard about it?
Aerobic, I've heard it's when there is like oxygen, and anaerobic is like like there's no oxygen or there's lack of oxygen. In aerobic respiration, like it all like the products are always like CO2, H2O, and like a lot of energy compared to anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, it has like it can produce two different like sets of products. So for lack of oxygen, there's lactic acid and energy, and when there's no oxygen, it's ethanol, CO2, and energy.
Yeah, you're right, Dhruvi. Very good. So aerobic respiration is a type of respiration which will happen in the presence of oxygen. Okay. So what will happen? The glucose is going to be converted, the simple respiration equation that we all know. Okay. The simple respiration equation that we are studying since long. And what is that? That is C6H12O6, which is also known as glucose. When combines with oxygen or when the oxidation happens, it will give you carbon dioxide, water, and ATP. Okay, so this is the simple respiration equation that you people are studying since long. Okay, so this type of respiration is known as aerobic respiration. That's it. Okay, where aerobic respiration is basically happening in the presence of oxygen. We all humans are doing this aerobic respiration. If I talk about anaerobic respiration, what is happening in that? There in anaerobic respiration, incomplete incomplete oxidation of food. Okay, for aerobic I will say, for aerobic I will say complete oxidation. Okay, so for aerobic, I will say complete oxidation of food, and for anaerobic, I will say incomplete oxidation of food because the glucose is incompletely oxidized, because of which less energy is produced, because the oxygen was less, therefore the food could not get completely oxidized. So that is why incomplete oxidation. So here the products could be same. C6H12O6 is the glucose. It will give you ethanol, okay, and then carbon dioxide and ATP. Here in incomplete oxidation, we will be studying about two different scenarios. I'll show you in the next slide. Okay, then again, the second scenario of glucose is where it will be converted into lactate. So in both the cases, there is less production of energy. Okay, the energy produced is of less amount, okay, as compared to the aerobic respiration. So I'm like quickly telling you again about this slide. I told you, I said that aerobic respiration is basically of two types. One is aerobic and the other is anaerobic. Aerobic, as the name says, happening in the presence of oxygen. You know the equation, famous equation of respiration that will come in the aerobic respiration. Whereas in anaerobic respiration, as the name says, anaerobic as meaning which is happening in the absence of oxygen or where the lack of oxygen is there. Okay, so now there will be two different scenarios. In one equation, ethanol gets produced. In another equation, lactate gets produced. Now, let me show you the next slide. And this is there in your NCRT also. Okay, tell me, kids, do you like all of you are having NCRT books with you? Yes or no?
Ma'am, not now, ma'am, but I have it.
But like you have, right? Shivansh, you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, mom, I do.
And Ishan, who, Suhani,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
you all
Mom,
have.
if you don't mind, can you go back to the previous slide, please?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. So, from the next class, I want you people to like keep NCRT book also with you, because I can tell you certain things to mark in the book. Okay, how your school teaching happens, like how the teacher teaches you in the school, which mode are they using to teach? Yes, Ishan.
They use NCRT only.
Okay, so like how,
NCRT with
how ma'am explains to
usually
you the content?
usually it's NCRT plus a little bit of 11th information here and there that is relevant to us. So it's a little bit of extra information. And for certain diagrams, important diagrams, he uses like a projector to teach us.
Okay, okay. Otherwise, like she explains from the NCRT, right?
Yeah, mostly it's the NCRT.
Okay, okay. And what about the question answers? How you like what sort of question answers you get, or you solve the in text questions only, or some extra questions also?
So we solve all of the in-text questions orally during a single class,
Okay,
and only like the most important questions we write from there, and we get extra questions that the school gives us in the form of a worksheet, and then other in form of they give us like notes to write in the notebook.
okay. They give you notes. Oh, so
Yeah,
ma'am dictates the notes, or she? How
she
she?
dictates. She
She
dictates.
dictates. Okay. And what about others? Suhani, how it is happening in your school?
My teacher generally teach like she teaches from NCRT. Like she gives the main points from the NCRT as notes, and after that she like tells us to at that point only if one topic is finished, she tells us to write the in-text questions, and she
Okay.
teaches like how to like the easy way to draw the diagrams.
Okay, okay. So like the questions, whatever you are solving are based upon NCRT, right?
Yes, ma'am, in-text questions.
Okay. And what about Shivansh? How it is happening in your school? How ma'am is teaching you?
Mom, she teaches things more or less according to the NCRT. Uh,
Okay,
she writes things, she teaches things, and we make notes on our own as she goes. And
okay,
then on our own, before the test, we correlate those notes with the NCRT. Because she
okay.
takes things both from 11th and ninth, we find it like easy to
As in she
manage
is
the
teaching
information.
you some portion of 11th also.
I mean, yeah, like what Ishan said, what is relevant?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Extra knowledge, as in.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the question answers?
Question answers were given for homework, and we do it according to what we've learned in
So
class.
like the question answers, what from where she gives you the questions,
The
is it
NCRT,
only from
the
the
NCRT,
NCRT?
the
Okay.
NCRT, and before exams, she gives worksheets.
Worksheets, right? Okay. And what about Dhruvi? Yes, Dhruvi, how
Ma'am,
is it happening?
my teacher presents like in PPTs. So the PPTs like after the the chapter's over, she sends it to us and we make notes on that, which she corrects.
Hmm.
So and like right before like important tests and stuff, she like gives us these practice questions like every biology class. So that's how we prepare for
Okay, okay,
the
good.
exams.
Fine. Yes. Okay. So let's move ahead. Now this is the diagram which is there in your basically this is a flowchart sort of thing which is there in your NCRT book also. Okay, and I have seen this question, like the question from this flowchart, very often in the board examination. How they give you the question? They will make this entire flowchart, okay, and what they will do, they will miss some of the parts from the diagram, and then they will ask you to fill in the blank. Okay, so it is very important for all of you to study this very thoroughly. Okay, because there can be a question from this flow chart. Okay, so now what is actually happening, this is The slide is basically showing the breakdown of glucose by different pathways. Okay, by different pathways, how through different pathways the glucose gets broken down, and what are the products basically. So first, let's start with the glucose. We know that glucose is 6 carbon molecule. So because breakdown is happening, so definitely this 6 carbon molecule has to simplify. Okay, so has to simplify, so it will be converted into a 3 carbon molecule, and that is known as pyruvate. Okay, so the first and foremost important step of this breakdown is that the glucose breaks into pyruvate, and this is the common step. Common step. Okay, this is the common step for all the 3 types of reactions that we are going to study now. Okay, what I said, glucose, a 6 carbon molecule, will be broken into a 3 carbon molecule, which is known as pyruvate. And this is a common step for all the upcoming 3 reactions. Okay, so now the important question which comes in exam is, one second, let me change the color of the pen. One second. Yeah. So the question that can come in the exam is that, like, the glucose breaks into pyruvate. We know this. But where? Where in the cell this breakdown is happening? So it is happening in the cytoplasm. This you have to remember. This will come in the exam. Okay, the glucose breaks into pyruvate, and this conversion, this first foremost conversion, is happening in the cytoplasm of the cell. And it's a common step, as you can see, it's a common step for all the upcoming 3 upcoming reactions. Okay, now let us see. Okay, children, tell me, like, on which topic are you, like, you are in the school?
Ma'am,
Have
we
you
actually started with a new
started
chapter,
with?
ma'am. We're done with this chapter.
You are done
We
with this chapter.
started with control and coordination, ma'am.
Okay, you have started. And what about others?
Control.
Shivansh, Ishan?
Mom, we've started control and coordination. We've had our first test on control and coordination.
Okay, and what about others? Suhani?
We've done it, I think, till heart, and we started circulation, I think.
Okay, and Suhani?
Ma'am, this chapter is like over for us in the school.
Yeah, so mostly everybody is over with this chapter. Okay, fine. Right. So, okay, then now what is there? The pyruvate will be, let's see now what will happen to this pyruvate. Okay, so now there are 3 instances, okay, 3 scenarios. First scenario is of where there is no oxygen, absence of oxygen, complete absence of oxygen. Okay, then the next scenario is lack of oxygen. There is oxygen, but there is less oxygen. Okay, this means this. Then the third scenario is presence of oxygen, when the oxygen is completely present. Okay, so we have 3 scenarios. Now let's see what will happen to this pyruvate in all these 3 scenarios. Okay, so the pyruvate in absence of oxygen, what will happen to this pyruvate in absence of oxygen? First of all, this reaction happens in a unicellular organism known as yeast. Okay, they are very simplified organisms made up of only one cell. Okay, so how actually it is happening in their case, the glucose is converting to pyruvate in them also, but after that this pyruvate in absence of oxygen converts to ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. Okay, so in absence of oxygen, yeast respires in absence of oxygen. This is how it is doing it. The products which are formed are ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. If I talk about in the human muscle cells, there becomes this, at some point, there becomes like a state of lack of oxygen in human muscle cells. You must have observed that when you do vigorous exercise someday, okay, the next morning you have very intense cramps, muscular cramps. How many of you have experienced this? I think all of you. Yes, Ishan has experienced it. Dhruvi, okay. What about others? Suhani, Shivansh? Yes, we all have experienced that thing. Can you tell me why it happens? What is the reason? Who will tell me? Yes, Dhruvi.
Ma'am, it happens because of the accumulation of lactic acid.
Okay. So why why it is happening? Why it is accumulating? Who can tell me?
Um, our muscles are forced to perform anaerobic respiration because
Exactly.
we're moving, we're exerting them so much. They don't have time to process oxygen like they normally would.
Yes, very true. I hope everybody got what Shivansh said. Yes. Give me a thumbs up. So what happens is when you do vigorous exercise, the demand of your body increases. The demand for who will tell me? The demand for what increases in your body?
Oxygen.
Exactly. For oxygen, the demand for oxygen increases in your body. Then your body is not able to, complete that demand in a very short span. So that is why what happened, the food gets incompletely oxidized. Okay. And that results in the formation of lactic acid. And when this lactic acid keeps on accumulating, it will cause cramps in your muscles. And when will this stage get normalized? It will get normalized when the oxygen your body is able to complete that oxygen demand. Then this lactic acid will be further converted into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Right now it is in middle, okay, because it got incompletely oxidized because there was lack of oxygen. Once the oxygen requirement is, you know like is there, like it's fulfilled, it will again be completely oxidized. So basically this lactic acid keeps on accumulating, and this accumulation of lactic acid result in the muscular cramps. The last thing is presence of oxygen. The last scenario is presence of oxygen. So the first scenario was absence of oxygen, second was lack of oxygen, third the presence of oxygen. Now what will happen in the presence of oxygen? First of all, it is going to happen where? In mitochondria, definitely. And we know that the basic equation of respiration is that it is going to produce CO2, water, and energy. So here the common step for all the three reaction is that glucose is going to break into pyruvate. This is the basic and common step for all three. The second question is that where this breakdown is going to happen. So it is going to happen in the cytoplasm. Okay, then you have seen the three scenarios: absence of oxygen, lack of oxygen, and presence of oxygen. You have seen the examples also, that in which organisms is it happening, where is it happening, and then you have seen the products of the reaction as well. Okay, so this is basically the breakdown of glucose by different pathway. So yeah, now tell me one thing. Okay, so 1 second, let me. Yeah. Now this slide is basically showing the different respiratory surfaces for different organisms. Okay. This slide is basically showing you the different respiratory surface for different organism. I am giving you 1 minute to go through this slide and see the examples and see the respiratory surfaces. Okay. Done? Done? Give me a thumbs up if you have done. Okay, Shivansh has done. Who else? You can give me a thumbs up so that I get to know. Okay, so Hani has done. What about Ishan, Dhruvi? Ishan has done, Dhruvi has done. Everybody has done. Good. Now, who is going to... One second. Okay. Who is going to tell me that what we have studied in today's class? I want a quick summary of what all we have studied today. Raise your hand. Anybody who feels like telling. It's okay. I will help you in between. Not to worry. Yes, Ishan.
So first we did a basic revision on nutrition.
Yes.
Then we started off with respiration, saying that it is a process of oxidation of food to release energy in the body.
Okay.
Then we compared respiration to breathing and why it is different. Then we talked about the different kinds of oxygen, so different kinds of respiration that takes place during with oxygen, lack of oxygen, and in the absence of oxygen. And then you showed us the slide on different organisms and their mode of respiration.
Okay. Very good. Very good, Ishan. And now, who is going to tell me some of the points? It's okay. Whatever you remember. I don't want, like, I am not expecting that you should tell me everything point to point. I just want to know the difference between breathing and respiration. Okay. Who will tell me the difference between breathing and respiration? I'm sorry. Yes. Who will tell me the difference between breathing and respiration? Tired. Everybody got tired. Shivansh has started feeling sleepy and then he switched off his video after yawning. Yes, Shivansh, are you feeling sleepy?
Mom, can I do the difference?
Yeah, yeah. Why not? Go on.
Respiration is chemical, biochemical. Uh, Breathing is physical. Breathing, breathing involves specialized organs. Respiration occurs in every cell of the body, as long
Yes.
as those cells want to stay alive. Uh, uh, breathing, breathing is basically the exchange of oxygenated air for foul air. No,
Hmm.
yeah, and respiration is the use of the oxygenated air, like the oxygen in that air you get
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
breathing. And
Basically, oxidation of food. Hmm.
yeah, and then that same oxygen is used to oxidate the food, and that gives energy. It also gives you two unintended byproducts, carbon dioxide and water.
Okay.
And respiration can be, I think a point could be respiration can be done with, in, or not in the presence of oxygen.
Yeah.
And breathing can only be done in the presence of oxygen.
Yes, good. Good point. Very nice. So you have added one more difference to respiration and breathing. We can consider this. Okay. Okay. What else? What else? What else we studied? We studied about the aerobic and anaerobic respiration difference. Who will tell me about aerobic respiration? Just the aerobic respiration.
Aerobic respiration takes place where there is presence of oxygen. So the glucose in the cytoplasm is converted into pyruvate plus energy. That is in the presence of oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide, water, and 36 ATP if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Very large amount of ATP is produced
Yeah.
in this case.
and it is much more than anaerobic respiration, which
Exactly.
releases only 2 ATP.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, good, good. And can you give me the example where the aerobic respiration is happening?
Humans,
Yeah, most,
dogs, yeah,
yeah,
most
yeah,
mammals.
yeah. Okay, okay. And who is going to tell me about anaerobic respiration now? I want answer from Dhruvi or Suhani. Oh, Dhruvi is not here in the class. So then, Suhani, you are only left. So please tell me about anaerobic respiration. I will help you. No worries. You can proceed.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in anaerobic respiration, it takes place like in the absence of oxygen and less amount of ATP is released,
Yes.
and like once like in the once like ethanol is like released in anaerobic respiration, ethanol and carbon dioxide and less amount of ATP.
Okay. Yes. So which is the common step? Now the question is for everyone. Good, Suhani, good attempt. The question is for everyone, which is the common step for this aerobic and anaerobic both?
Mom, that the conversion of glucose into pyruvate.
It's the common step. And now Suhani will not answer. Where it is happening? The place?
Cytoplasm.
Exactly. This you have to remember. I have seen this question a lot many times in the board examination. Okay, so this entire flow chart is very important, let me tell you. Okay, so they will give you the chart, it will be like they will give you the chart and they will miss certain things from the chart. Okay, and then you have to fill it. So that is why diagrams are very important. Now the questions don't come in a very simplified manner. They will not ask you to they may ask, but the chances are very rare. Like earlier the question used to come, draw the diagram of circulatory system, draw the diagram of digestive system. Now the chances of coming these type of questions have declined. Now how the questions are coming, does anybody know how the questions are coming in the exam?
They'll mark the parts and they'll tell you to write.
Exactly. They will give you the chart, they will give you the diagram, they will give you the circulatory system, digestive system, and they will give you okay, this part, for example, stomach, they have labeled it, and then they will give you the function, and then they will suppose they have given you a digestive system, then they will give you a function that this is the function. Now the question would be, locate the part or label the part which performs this function. So the questions can be asked in many ways. I will give you these type of questions to practice, no worries. Okay, so I like, my point is that you need to practice diagrams very thoroughly. Okay, this is my point. So that's all for today's class, children. I just want to know, were you able to comprehend? Were you able to understand whatever I taught you in today's class? How was the class? Because it is very important for me to know that my students are actually understanding what I'm teaching or not.
Yeah, I was able to understand.
Um,
Okay. What about others?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you may tell me if you like be honest and be frank to your teacher. Okay. Even if you are not understanding something, you can ask me, I can repeat it. Okay. But you should understand it. That's the main aim of my teaching. Okay. So it's a collaborative process. You are also learning from me, and I'm also learning from you. It's a never ending process for me. I don't like, learning is a never ending process. Do you agree? Do you agree, all of you? Learning is a never ending process. Yes? Or
Yes.
it ends once your school is over, once your college is over, learning is done. Is it? No, it's not. It goes like it's with you your entire life. Okay? So good to have you today. Thank you so much, children, and take care and have a good day. We'll meet in the next class. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye,
Thank
everyone.
you, ma'am.
Okay. Take care.
I know.